This is the official trailer reaction to the Mandalorian and Grogu official trailer show versus business reaction. I am Mr. Benja. I am not here with my usual co-host Theo. We're going separate for these few episodes, so don't worry. We'll be back together talking noise and batting things back against each other. In fact, we may come back and redo some of these, but I like the Mandalorian. I like Grogu. I think he's interesting. I want to see where he goes. I like Star Wars. I got lots to say about Star Wars, and I'll add it to the end of this. But Star Wars is kind of like pizza for me, and I'll explain that later. But this is Mandalorian and Grogu. Hopefully, we'll be able to see what they're doing, and hopefully we'll be able to see if it gets us hyped for the next one. I mean, the next era of Star Wars, because I think a lot may be riding on this, a lot more than people are thinking. So that's where my mind space is at right now. Is this going to bring me back into true Star Wars hype? I'm always a Star Wars fan, but it's going to get me really hyped up again. I want to see that. So I don't have any expectations necessarily. It's interesting coming from a series to a movie. That's not always an easy path to take, but the popularity of The Mandalorian after 3 seasons, by the way, it's going to be interesting to see what we have here. So I'm going to start this up. This is the Mandalorian and Grogu official trailer, and we're starting right now. Classic. What is this, Top Gun? I shouldn't even be thinking about that.
Hey, never touch the buttons. I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters, war criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Strap in.
You will suffer. And then it will be his turn.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Are you scared? You should be.
Do we run? Or do we fight?
I like this kid.
What are you waiting for? Let's save the rest for after dinner.
All right. That's the Mandalorian and Grogu official trailer. So check this out. I don't know what to think about this. It's got a very clean, new look. This is just my first impressions here on the trailer. And as usual, we are reacting to the trailer by itself, not the other property. So I don't know what it's going to be like as a movie. That could be wonderful and the trailer could be bad, or a trailer could be, great and in the movie itself not live up to it. Not my concern. Only thinking about the trailer here. I like a lot of the stuff they did, but my first curiosity is it's very clean looking. It's almost too crisp, and I don't know what the team was thinking or why they did it this way, but it's not a bad look. It's just a different style. And I'm used to thinking of Star Wars with this certain level of grit and grime to it. But maybe this is like when I first saw the prequels and they seemed a little too clean for me. Maybe that's the same feeling I'm having here. Anyway, this is a solid trailer and nothing mind-blowing showed up. It's kind of what I already expected and kind of what I hoped for. And I think that's what a lot of trailers and properties are doing right now. They're just putting stuff out there. It's like, hey, listen, we don't want to frustrate anybody. We don't want to get anybody pissed off. We just give them a good, basic hamburger and fries and the shake. And you know what? We might even put a little bit of seasoned salt on those fries just to make it a little bit extra, but we're not going to go too far. And I think that's what's happening here as well. You saw my Toy Story reaction. It felt kind of the same vibe. So I don't know if Disney's got a thing where they're pulling back a little bit, or they're a little, I don't want to say afraid, but they're being cautious without being too crazy about it. So I don't think this trailer is going to light anybody on fire just with like, oh my God, they did this, or oh my God, but it seems hype. Before I look at the comments, I want to make sure I get all my thoughts out on this. We've got a lot of classic stuff here from The Mandalorian. And if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, then maybe this will appear interesting to you. I'm not sure. You've still got the classic lone wolf and cub kind of action going on here. Grogu getting a little more. Is he getting a little more personality? I think so. I think he is. And we got the Hutts. Now, seeing the Hutts as a major enemy is interesting. Maybe they should have really focused on that, because I like when they toss in enemy factions here. And I don't know what type of race or what type of species Greedo is, but seeing the baby version of a Greedo character was kind of cool. Unmasking of a Mandalorian. Well, that they've already unmasked Pedro Pascal so many times it doesn't matter anymore. Race, a chase scene, obviously big monsters, a lot of different characters. It's pretty much just filling out more of the Filoni-verse, it seems. And speaking of the Filoni-verse, with Kathleen Kennedy out of the picture, or moving out of the picture, I'm wondering what this means for Disney and Star Wars. Is there a lot riding on this? Yes. Is there anything coming after this that is supposed to be the big bang? Hey, we're going to really push things on this next one. Or is this one meant to be, hey, this is where we stake our claim? You know what I mean? I'm wondering how much they're banking on this one versus banking on the next one. Like Star Wars, I don't see it going away at all in any of our lifetimes. But just the fact that they're playing it safe, doing the old Star Wars. You know what? There's some things in here that didn't seem Star Warsy, and maybe that's a good thing. If Rogue One and the other side stories were kind of meant to not play in the Star Wars space, no pun intended, then I'm wondering how much of that was taken into consideration with this, where they're thinking, hey, maybe we can make a different type of movie that doesn't feel so Star Wars and it feels a little bit more Mandalorian. And then maybe they can do that again with something that doesn't feel so Star Wars, but a little more smuggler. I actually liked the Solo movie, by the way. I thought it got a bad rap and people were talking bad about it at the time, but I actually think Solo was a solid movie. And I think this can be a solid movie as well. And for that, I have to give it a rating. I'm going to give it an A-. Once again, same thing as I said in some other ones. I use an A- when it's solid, it does its job, it doesn't really ruffle too many feathers, it just makes a good trailer. But then it gets the minus because it doesn't really push it to that next level where, the trailer, you're supposed to get people interested in it. Hey, I want to go see this. I want to know what it's about. I want to tease a little bit at the story, gets people talking, and we'll see what people are talking about in the comments. But it seems solid right here. And the puppetry action. The only time the visuals broke for me, and I don't like when a story makes you break into looking at the elements that created it. Regardless of how well it's done, I want to stay within the story. So the first time we see Grogu here, it's like his little puppet hands are doing their puppet thing. And it was almost hard for me to stick in the Star Wars world when I'm watching how they did the puppetry. So that's fine. It's fine. It's all good and fine. I'm just thinking about how it's making me think about this whole franchise. Almost too clean. Okay, let's get into the comments. Comments look good so far. This looks so much better than the first trailer did. Very true. The first trailer wasn't as exciting, so this one was cool, and I like this one. Let's see, they threw Imbo and Zeb in there. Yep, a lot of characters from the Filoni-verse and other places. Making a character out of the stroller, that's kind of cool. People like the little floating stroller, so that it just seems to work instead of having a slow walking Grogu. I love it. Yeah, the comments are pretty solid. They're just, hey, this is cool. This is cool. So from that point of view, the trailer did its job. Like I said, it just don't piss people off. Give them something solid with a nice bit of polish and care and love. As long as it seems like it has love put into it, then I think you're going to be safe. But safe doesn't necessarily mean blockbuster. And when you're trying to go for something like this, and it's coming out, when it say May 22nd, that's almost getting into the summer blockbuster time period. Toy Story, which comes out in June 5th, is going to have the better time slot. Here's another comment here. Holy moly, I wasn't expecting Imbo. I'm so hyped for this movie. True. Definitely for Filoni-verse fans and the Clone Wars who've watched a lot of the series, there's a lot of that buildup going on there. So the whole idea of going from the series of The Mandalorian, Clone Wars, Star Wars, Rebels and all that, pushing that into the theaters. This is something that people have been talking about for quite a while now, and we're now seeing it really happen with this. So if this is successful, we may start to see a lot of series, a lot of lore that's put into the TV series and the Disney Plus shows. If those stories start to build up and then get resolved in the theaters, that could be an interesting way to go and turn them into hopefully big payoffs and big reveals, big blockbusters, big reasons to go see the theater experience. But there are a lot of people that backfires for because they feel that they're lost when they haven't seen all the series. So it's a very interesting balance they have to take. I don't know. Let us know how you think about that. And yeah, I'm really searching through this trailer, and it's kind of on all the same vibe here. Seeing Zeb for no reason is just making my year. This one guy says, welcome back to this big screen Star Wars. I hope I can see Grogu eat the biscuit in the IMAX 3D Ultra Surround. Yeah. It's so basic hamburger and fries with the shake, a cold drink. This is what Disney's doing right now. Just not piss anybody off. I think that's the vibe. I mean, all these comments on the trailer are basically just, hey, this was cool. Did you think it was cool? Did you think there was anything interesting in it worth talking about? Did you think there was anything that made you want to go see this or not want to go see this? How did it affect you? I'm actually curious. I should let you know where I am right now. I was off of Star Wars for a little bit, not because of any malice or anything. I just got off it for a little bit and dipped out. And then I came back. And I came back to pick up where I left off. And I just finished watching The Acolyte. And I probably should have a whole thing about The Acolyte. I didn't think it was that bad. I saw what they were trying to do. And I know it made quite a few missteps in the story and the plot. And like, hey, why did that character do this and that? But it didn't turn me off the way I expected that sort of thing to do. Because I saw what they were trying to do in The Acolyte. But I see exactly why so many people were bothered by it. I can totally get it. I get it. The Acolyte was doing his thing. Yeah, does this bring Disney back? I think so. Give it a A-, as I said. Solid trailer with a few things missing in it. And listen, if you like this, throw me a comment. Let me know what I might have missed. Let me know what you thought was interesting in this trailer. Because if there was something interesting and mind-blowing that I missed, let me know. There's so many callbacks, so many references. I know I'm missing things. I don't have all the lore, and I can tell people in the comments know a lot more. Wait a minute. In the trailer, the white snake looking thing, that looks a lot like, I should know what that is. See, now that's got me interested. I will say that. Stuff like that has me interested now. I feel like I should know what that white snake is because it looks very familiar. I don't know if it's going to... I figure it'll just be a throwaway because they don't seem to be really tying everything together like in a tight, this is why this creature showed up. It's more like this is an Easter egg, so we're going to have this creature show up. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm definitely interested in this one more because it looks like Star Wars doing Star Wars things. So as long as they don't screw it up, then I'll probably be happy with it. So let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if there are any specific things that would change my mind about this. May 22nd, I'm going to be looking forward to this one. If you like this or think this is interesting, make sure you check out the other videos we have. There's probably some trailer in there that we're commenting on, and we have fun with these. We just like to talk about what we think is going to happen, what people are marketing to us, why they're doing it. So if you like this sort of thing, be sure to like this video. It'll give you more of these. If you'd like to make sure that you see what we're doing every so often, then you hit the subscribe. If you thought we had something interesting to say, throw down a comment. And if you think somebody else might enjoy this, go ahead and share it to them. Either way, we appreciate your time here. This is Mr. Benja with Show vs. Business. Shout out to the real Theo Harvey, who's away, but we'll be back together in the future. Once again, thank you. Like, subscribe, and support. Hope you have a good one. Peace.